Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy before you end up like Beezy. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. And like I said, y'all, man, we ready for that college football 26, ready for that Madden 26, man. So if y'all want to subscribe to the gaming channel, link is in the description down below. Smeagol's K, Cowgirls K, Redskins K, and Falcons K. You know what I'm saying? I just had to shout out them goofy out boys. We got any goofy out boys in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we bumming. You know what I mean? Everything K, everything dead. You know what I mean? Done. You know what I mean? But nah, though, man, we got NFL generational talents that didn't, you know what I'm saying, last enough. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we got some ops in the chat. You feel me? I think I see a couple op boys in there. You know what I mean? I think I seen that nigga I know that hurts up in that thing. You know what I mean? I see a couple op boys up in there. You know what I mean? Y'all know how we rock. You know what I mean? But nah, though, man, Andrew Luck, man, I remember watching you at Stanford. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why you retired. I guess you get your head beat in so much, you know what I'm saying, that you couldn't handle that pain. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was. I think bro was just getting his head beat in too much and he couldn't handle it. You feel me? But nah, though, man, Andrew Luck, man, was an amazing QB for sure, man. Watch you at Stanford and then watch you on the Indianapolis Colts. You know, the Colts, you know what I'm saying? The Colts, man. You know, you got Daniel Jones now, right? Do you know what you have? You know what I mean? Coach, do you know who you have behind that quarterback position? Colts, man. Dude, it's finna be bad for you. It's finna be real bad.
These guys were supposed to be the future of the NFL. They had everything. Freak athleticism, dominant college careers, and hype that turned them into instant superstars.
Trust me, Colts. You do not want him.
Collapsed.
You do not want that nigga.
Chaos behind the scenes. One by one, their careers fell apart in ways nobody could see coming. And the last guy on this list might just be the biggest what if in NFL history. So today we're taking a look at quote-unquote generational talent that did not pan out according to Reddit.
I swear I thought RG3 was going to be so hard. I swear, coming out of Baylor, bro. Y'all know about Mike Vick.
We got to talk about Michael Vick, a guy who had all the tools to change the quarterback position forever. And for a minute, it actually looked like he might pull it off. Vick was supposed to be the future of football, and it all made sense when you watch him play. Coming out of Virginia Tech, Vick was just different from anything college football had ever seen. He exploded onto the scene as a redshirt freshman in a way that still makes you stop and stare at his highlights. I mean, college defenses had no clue what to do with a guy like him. In 1999, he threw for 1,840 yards and 12 touchdowns while running for 585 more yards and 8 more touchdowns. Those numbers got him third place in Heisman voting behind Ron Dayne and Joe Hamilton. But the numbers don't even get close to telling the entire story. This guy had the chance to pull off something electric every
I used to hate,
play.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Basically carried
niggas like this, bro. When I played linebacker, bro, I used to hate, bro. I remember I played a quarterback at Douglasville. Bro, that nigga was running up. It was a fast quarterback right there. That nigga was so fast. You know what I mean? I hated playing against running QBs. Them niggas was so annoying, bro.
Had the chance to pull off
hated playing against them niggas.
Every single play.
Quarterbacks, they knew how to run, bro.
Virginia Tech to the 2000s.
It was so annoying, bro.
All by himself that year. Sure, he was incredible with his legs, but he was also making these huge throws downfield that left defenders completely looking lost. The guy could scramble around forever and then just launch a pass downfield that somehow would find its target. The Atlanta Falcons definitely bought into the hype. They took him first overall in the 2001 NFL Draft, although his rookie season was more about learning the ropes. Vick only started 2 games and appeared in 8 total, throwing for 785 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then in 2002, Vick put up 2,936 passing yards and 16 touchdowns while adding on 777 rushing yards and 8 more scores on the ground. Defensive coordinators had no idea how to prepare for a guy who could beat you throwing or running that fast. Then Vick hit his peak in 2004 under new head coach Jim Mora Jr. At just 24 years old, he led the Falcons to an 11-5 record and got them into the playoffs. Then they beat the crap out of the Rams.
Yeah, I know the Falcons missed that. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons, oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. ATL, bro, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for Falcons fans. I ain't gonna lie. I really feel sorry for Falcons fans. That, like, right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? This right here. Falcons fans, I know you missed this nigga. I know you did. I know when that nigga got into that freaking, in that freaking case with them dogs, I know you fell to your knees, boy. I know you fell to your knees.
7-17 in the first round that had everybody thinking
Falcons fans,
this guy was
pathetic.
really going to take over the NFL. Vic had the arm strength to make any throw that you wanted, the speed to outrun.
Like, imagine being a Falcons fan. Imagine,
the
y'all.
ability to create plays.
Imagine being a Falcons
fan.
fan.
Be possible. I mean, what other quarterback is doing stuff like this?
Vic on 2nd and 8, off the play fake, has some running room.
This their last chance. This their last hope they had with Vic. The last hope they had.
Vic into the end
Oh, Matt
I'd say
Ryan.
the main flaws in Vic's game were his accuracy issues and his fumbling problems. And unfortunately, those flaws stuck with him for his entire career. Then, obviously, we all know what happened with the whole dogfighting mess that completely derailed everything.
Today's latest from the Michael Vick dogfighting case.
Former NFL star Michael Vick has pleaded guilty to another dogfighting charge and was given a 3-year suspended sentence in a unique move to try to
I don't know why this nigga, I'm like, dog fighting, bro. Like, nigga, what made you dog fight? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know niggas make mistakes, but it's just certain things I just wouldn't do. I'd just be like, nigga, why would you dog fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you in the NFL dog fighting, nigga, like, bro.
in his return to the NFL.
Why didn't you just come clean? It's just living my life, and my whole life was a lie, Jim. What could I have done? I look back and I say, how could I have helped him more? There's nothing you can do, Jim. The best thing for me that ever happened to me.
Bro, all these little humans be ready to just do Vic, #1 killer. Like, chill out. It was dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I don't care about dogs' life at all. I'm gonna keep it G. I don't care about no dog's life. They acting like he killed millions of people. I don't care about, you know, but when it comes to dogs, people, they get Vic's #1 killer. Nigga, we don't care about no dogs. You know what I'm saying? I do not care about no dang dog. I don't care about none of them dogs that died. I'm gonna keep it G. I don't care about them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I don't care about dogs. Dogs can all die. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know why dogs exist. You feel me? Can somebody tell me why dog? What you do? Oh my God, but a dog, people finna get mad, boy. Here they go, but they finna get mad. Especially you got your little ugly little poodle right beside you. You know what I'm saying? Got a little ugly little poodle, little pet bull right beside you, but they family. Bro, don't give a damn. F that family. You know what I mean? They family. Nigga, them dogs ain't come from you. Nigga, you kidnapped that dog. Nigga, what the freak? You said, cancel me, nigga, cancel me, nigga. I'm gonna continue, nigga. I'm gonna say what come to mind, nigga. You kidnapped that dog, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You kidnapped the dog, nigga. You ain't mommy. Nigga, his real mom is who you took him from. You took him from his mom. You a kidnapper. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, we finna be, bro. Look. I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying, but you're a kidnapper. So guess what? He's a look. He's a killer, and you're a kidnapper. You know what I'm saying? You kidnapped that dog. I want you to look at your dog and be like, I kidnapped this baby. But it'll be a different energy if you kidnap the human. That's like you taking away a baby from his mother, from human. That's like you taking away his baby from his mother. You took that baby from his mother. You took that baby from his mother, man. You know what I mean? But the dog's so stupid in the brain. The dog ain't got no common sense. He thinking yo jackass his mama. He thinking yo jackass his mama. That dude jackass little dog really think you mama dudes. You really think you his son? You really think you ain't covering that kidnapper? What you do all day? What he do? You know what I'm saying? They're the most useless things on this earth. Dogs eat and poop all day. What you gotta do? All you gotta do is look cute. Oh, you look so cute while eating up all your money. What that little dog gonna do for me? Nigga, like I said, if I get a dog, you gonna serve in this house. You gonna serve. You gonna train every single day. Nigga, you ain't finna just sit here and just looking cute and eating up all my money. You gonna serve, you gonna protect this house. You gonna be a ferocious animal. You gonna be a monster. You know what I'm saying? You gonna serve. You know what I'm saying? But I get pissed off when I see people walking around with little dogs. Oh my God.
Me in my life was me getting shipped off to Kansas, man.
But they ain't no dogs, bro.
Because other than
That's them
that,
dogs.
I wasn't
You better be glad it's America. You know what I'm saying? Because the other dogs, they eat them dogs. You know what I'm saying? So America, yeah, they like that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be forgetting that America is not the world. Them other people, them other countries, they don't give a damn about them dogs. Them folks eat them dogs. Them folks eat dogs like we eat chicken. Oh yeah. They eat dogs like we eat chicken. Like how we eat steak. Oh yeah, they eat them dogs. You know what I'm saying? But America, they're terrorizing you, murdering the dogs. You know what I'm saying? But that's their food, nigga. That's how you eat chicken. That's them dogs.
We got one more glimpse of his greatness when he came back with the Eagles. After mostly riding the bench in 2009, he completely lit it up in 2010.
But you know, Americans think that America the world.
Comeback player of the year and coming in second.
They think America the world. They think that's the world. They think everybody think like them.
Week 10 against Washington was pretty close to a
nigga, take your dog over there to them other countries.
6 total touchdowns.
I bet that nigga be pit bull still.
Bomb where he threw the ball from the Eagles' own 3-yard line, and Deshaun Jackson caught it at the Washington 35. That's over 60 yards through the air, and Vic made it look easy. But once teams had a whole offseason to figure out how to stop the Eagles after that 2010 breakout, they contained him much better. The league caught up to him, and the magic started fading away all over again. After the 2011 season, the rest of his career was very forgettable. He spent 2 more years with Philly before playing with the Jets and the Steelers for a year each, not doing much of anything. He was kind of like the quarterback version of Bo Jackson, one of the most exciting players that you will ever see, but his prime was way shorter than anyone thought it would be.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not really sure Javid Best was quite a generational talent, but according to this Reddit thread, some people thought he could have been, and he is the perfect example of someone who didn't get anywhere close to his prime. He had speed that was just out of this world, and for a while, it looked like he might be one of the most exciting backs in the league. Coming out of Cal, he put up numbers that were insane. In 2008, he ran for 1,580 yards, averaging 8.1 yards per carry with 15 touchdowns, along with another one receiving. Over 8 yards per carry is mind-blowing. And when Best came back in 2009 and scored 16 touchdowns all over again, you knew this wasn't just some lucky season.
Quick pitch, Best looking to cut back.
Who are you?
Dancing around. Still up, Javid Best.
Who are you, nigga? I've never heard of you a day in my life. Like, you know that nigga was sorry. That's how you know that nigga was sorry.
Guy ran fast, cut fast, caught passes fast, even jumped fast. The Detroit Lions grabbed him with the 30th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, and honestly, early on it looked like a pretty damn good pick. As a rookie, Best racked up over 1,000 total yards and 6 touchdowns, proving that his college success could actually work at the NFL level. But the real moment that made everybody take notice came in Week 2 against the Eagles. That game was basically just the LeSean McCoy and Javid Best show, and man, it was fun to watch. The Lions lost 35-32, but Best's performance was the kind that makes you think a player is going to be very special. He had 17 carries for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns, then caught 9 passes for 154 yards and another score. He was showing exactly the kind of versatility that NFL offenses were starting to really want, and it looked like Detroit finally had an elite playmaker they had been looking for out of the backfield since Barry Sanders.
I think Detroit just forever going to be Detroit. Like, I don't know. It's like Detroit, man. Detroit just, I don't know, man. I don't think y'all ever going to go over that hump. I ain't going to lie. I don't know. Like, I'm going to just keep it real. You know, Detroit, they become good for sure, but I don't think Detroit just got it. I don't know. I don't think they got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got punished. Like, you got smacked in your mouth. You know what I mean? All that junk right there. I do not respect teams that do that, and I don't respect players that do it. Jared Goff, oh my God, don't respect you. Don't respect Jared Goff. I don't give a dang what you do in the regular season. I was hyping you up in the regular season just for you to play garbage. You look garbage. Lions look trash. You look like your former self in the playoffs. You got smacked in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? All that junk you did in the regular season just to get smacked in your mouth like you stole something.
Finally had an elite playmaker they had been looking for out of the backfield since Barry Sanders. The whole offense had this different energy when he was on the field. He was one of those guys who could take.
I think Detroit just cursed. Like, I don't think Detroit can just ever have anything good. I ain't gonna lie. The Pistons, Lions.
There was actually a reason that he fell as far in the draft.
They just never can have anything good.
The impact that he had on the field. In his last 2 games at Cal, he had 2 concussions. Even just one more at the NFL level, and it could become a huge problem.
Hey, nigga.
Crazy formation. This is
Dang.
Those injury concerns turned out to be completely real, and they caught up with him faster than anyone could have imagined. Best had 3 more concussions with the Lions, and each hit seemed to get worse and worse.
You gotta quit, bro. You gotta get out.
On October 16th, 2011 against San Francisco. On 1st and 15, Best got tackled for a loss by Navarro Bowman. Didn't look like much at the time, but this would be his last carry in the NFL. The crazy thing is, just 1 week earlier against the Bears, he put up 163 yards and a touchdown, averaging an insane 13.6 yards per carry. Then, all of a sudden, his career was over. The Lions actually kept him on the roster for a while, hoping that maybe he'd be able to come back at some point. But all those concussions had really messed him up, and his career was basically
brains like mashed potatoes.
Chance to reach his prime. It's one of those stories that
hopefully
makes you think
don't
about what could have been. Best had the mix
be
of
one of these guys,
speed and big playability that only comes around once in a while, but the game was just too rough for his body to handle over time.
Cause Tua brains
had his career cut short pretty brutally, but this next guy might be the biggest waste of talent in recent memory. Because when you watch Justin Blackmon's college tape, you're looking at a receiver who basically had everything that you could ever want at the position. At Oklahoma State, Blackmon was just different. In 2010, he had 1,782 yards and 21 total touchdowns, leading the entire Big 12 in both categories and getting All-American honors. You just knew that you were watching something special.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas be disrespecting Tua though. I ain't gonna lie, like Tua really just injury prone, but Tua isn't nowhere near, you know what I'm saying, a bad QB at all. He's not the worst QB in y'all. I'm like, I don't know what Tua disrespect, but Tua is actually a good QB. You know what I'm saying? Bro is just, you know what I'm saying, literally, you know what I mean, just injury prone. I don't know what the freak, you know what I mean, niggas be having all this Tua hate with, you know what I'm saying?
Year he somehow managed to keep that level going.
Just how it was with just how niggas was saying A-Rod was trash. He should be lying for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like they were saying A-Rod was washed and trash when he literally had a great season last year. It's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, it's trash, but he had an excellent season last year. I don't know.
1,522 yards and 18 touchdowns.
Kind of crazy. Just be lying for no reason.
Blackmon was basically the perfect receiver. He was super physical.
A-Rod's washed, but he just had a good season last year.
He had this crazy ability to always find separation, even though
how that work, man? I don't get it.
That fast when you watch him play. The best way I can put it is that this guy just fully understood how to play the position. The Jacksonville Jaguars thought that they had found their franchise receiver when they took him 5th overall in the 2012 NFL Draft, and the early signs made it look like they might have been right. I mean, his rookie season got off to a pretty rough start, I'll admit that. Blackmon only had 3 catches for 24 yards in his first game.
Who gonna succeed at Jacksonville, though?
2 and just 1 catch for 7 yards in week 3.
Who's succeeding in Jacksonville?
Then everything started to click. Week 11 against Houston is when he really showed.
1-8? Oh my God, Jacksonville all
catches for 236 yards and a touchdown. Over 33 yards per catch in a game he completely took over despite the overtime loss.
Henny, lots of time. Caught at midfield by Blackmon.
And they're like DK Metcalf, boy.
He was making insane grabs, fighting through defenders, and turning basic passes into huge plays. He ended up with 865 yards and 5 touchdowns during that rookie year, which was pretty solid when you think about the slow start and the fact that he had Chad Henne and Blaine Gabbert throwing to him. But here's where Blackmon's story gets both amazing and heartbreaking at the same time. He was suspended for the first 4 games of 2013 after failing an off-season drug test. When he came back, he was averaging over 100 yards per game. Week 5, 136 yards and a touchdown. Week 6, 190 yards. Blackmon probably would have been a top 10 receiver every single year if he could have just stayed on the field and kept his head on straight. But he had serious problems with drinking and drug use. It looked like he just stopped caring about his own career.
It's that serious, bro? Like, drinking that serious, bro, for millions? Dang, bro, you just gotta drink? You just got weed that serious? What?
End of the day, he just couldn't get out of
Told y'all niggas just...
The personal stuff just kept getting worse, and his NFL career basically
like,
ended
bro,
before it
it's so
really
easy to just stay out of trouble. It's so easy to just stop doing it, bro. When I wanted to stop smoking weed, bro, I literally stopped smoking weed. You know what I mean? But I told y'all, you can't do it by yourself. You know what I mean? So that's really what it is. Niggas be trying to do it by themselves. You just can't. So I had a different journey from y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I actually submitted to God, bro. So ain't gonna lie. God took that away from me. It's different, bro. You trying to do it by yourself and God helping you, bro. So ain't gonna lie. If I was trying to do it by myself, there's plenty of times I tried to stop smoking weed and I just couldn't. Because you know why? I was trying to do it by myself. That's why a lot of y'all niggas like, man, I can't stop smoking weed. Because nigga, you trying to do it by yourself, nigga. You can't save yourself. Heck no. You think you finna stop smoking weed on your own? Oh, nigga, you in for a world of trouble, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that weed is hard to get up on, hard to get off on, bro. I ain't gonna cap. So, You know, I ain't, you know, shoot, even if the nigga in the league, you know what I'm saying? Even if bro in the league, man, that weed hard to get off of, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Off. It was like he was trapped in this.
It was hard for me to get off of. I ain't gonna lie.
Opportunities. So we never got
going
to see
from smoking freaking, you know what I'm saying? Freaking, bro, I used to smoke so much, bro. I'm still like, that's how I like, but you can't tell me there ain't no God. I stopped smoking. There's a God for sure. God did. If I stopped smoking, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I used to be blowing, bro. I used to be blowing. I'm talking about every day. I'm talking about wake up in the morning before brushing teeth blowing. You know, else every day, bro. That's what I be saying, man. When I be speaking about weed, bro, like, I was just like y'all niggas. That nigga acting like I wasn't blowing. I was blowing, bro. I never thought I'd be talking like this, bro. Ever. I never thought I'd start smoking weed. That's how much of a smoker I was. Nigga, I was a stoner, nigga. I put the S in stone. You feel me? Real niggas know. The OG niggas know. I used to come on the freaking vid smoking blunts. I used to be smoking, bro. I used to be stoning.
What Blackmon could have been at his peak.
Blowing,
based on what we did see, it's not exactly a hot
take to say
that he would have been one of the most dominant receivers of this generation.
Zips, man, I finished that in like 4 days.
What might have happened if he'd been able to get
finished zips in like 4 days, bro. No cow. Trying to stuff that whole freaking backwood, bro. Stuff the whole backwood game. Put at least a 2.5 in there. You know what I mean? Y'all know backwoods mint. You know what I'm saying? For weed, for a lot of weed now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be trying to get all them other Swisher Lease and all that. Heck nah, cuz what the freak, nigga? Nigga had a backwood, so you know what a backwood meant for 2 5s over 2 grams, 2 5s. Used to put a 2.5 in there, used to smoke that blunt right there. After I'm done smoking that, nigga, 4 hours go by, nigga, I do it again. Used to blow. Nigga had freaking lungs of a
talk about wasted potential. This next guy might be the most complicated story that we have covered yet, because Robert Griffin III had literally everything that you could want in a modern day quarterback: the arm, the legs, and the leadership. For one insane season in that rookie year, it actually looked like he was going to be the most exciting quarterback since Vic. The NFL Combine, he
oh my God, bro. RG3, bro. Oh my God, bro. Nobody can tell me this nigga wasn't going to be 5.
Potential. This next guy
might be the most
complicated story that we have covered
yet. Bro, so far coming out of Baylor, bro.
Robert Griffin III had literally everything that you could want in a modern day quarterback: the arm, the legs, and the leadership. For one insane season in that rookie year, it actually looked like he was going to be the most exciting quarterback since Vic. At the NFL Combine, he ran
hopefully JD5 not
and had a 30.
Hopefully JD5 not a 1 year wonder.
223 pounds.
I ain't gonna lie, that playoffs, bro. That playoffs, Commanders, you ain't look good at all. I ain't gonna lie, Smeagol's beat the brakes off y'all niggas.
And those numbers are just
look
ridiculous
trash. I ain't
for
gonna
a quarterback. Just his speed alone.
Hopefully he ain't another Robert Griffin III.
Totally changed how they approached him.
Straight up,
you couldn't just send 4 pass rushers and drop 7 guys into coverage. Teams had to put a spy on him,
RG3 was
or the fastest linebacker, which basically opened up the entire passing game. At Baylor, Griffin was putting up insane numbers on a team that was pretty average everywhere else. In 2011, he threw for 4,293 yards and 37 touchdowns while running for 699
yards RG3 ain't making
touchdowns. Those stats got him the Heisman Trophy, and honestly, he completely earned it. The year before that, in 2010, he had 3,501 passing yards with 22 touchdowns, plus 635 rushing yards and 8 more scores. Griffin was basically carrying a Baylor program that had no business competing, and he was doing it pretty much by himself. When the Redskins traded up to get him with the 2nd pick in 2012, the whole DC area went crazy.
That's why I say, look, Redskins, they forget this time. Look.
Pick in 2012, the whole DC area.
Redskins, I'm telling you, when a nigga get good, they start popping it so hard. These niggas been the bottom of the division, bro. We been owning these niggas. They have 1 year where they beat us, barely beat us, bro. Now they start popping their ish, bro. That's why I say trash niggas cannot get good. These niggas always finish at the bottom of the division. Been owning these niggas. Now that they have a good little year, now they start popping it. Now they get a little JD5. Don't get too cocky now. Hopefully they don't turn out like a Robert Griffin III. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too cocky. You feel me? Because our Redskins really ain't that good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Commanders, y'all really ain't that good. And I'm gonna keep it G with you. Y'all really ain't, bro. I feel like this was just a lucky year. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all really ain't that good for real, bro. Y'all defense really trash. Defense garbage. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Y'all niggas really ain't that good.
Went crazy.
With the second pick in the 2000.
Only reason they beat us because we had Daniel Jones, bro.
The Washington Redskins select.
Redskins really garbage.
And man, he delivered right away. In week 1, Griffin started off hot, throwing for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns in a shootout win against the Saints. Week 6 against the Vikings was probably his most dominant game on the ground, rushing for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns in a big 38-26 win.
Perfect on the year, goal to goal, and still perfect.
I ain't gonna lie, he had the drip.
To be one of the biggest jumps from college to the pros, but watching Griffin run past NFL linemen.
Hey, look, and they gonna see when they come to Russell Wilson. They gonna see what I've been saying all along. That's why I be trying to tell people. That's why if you watch us, bro, and I keep saying it, if you watch us, bro, like actually sit down and watch the Giants, you know we not really a 3-14 team. So it's like us getting these picks, bro, is really like a cheat code. Cause we really not a 3-14 team. We never really not bad like people think we is, bro. You know what I mean? We really a top tier team that just lost because of a trash QB. That's really what it is. That's why I keep trying to tell people. We had this nigga for dang near 10 years. I be trying to tell y'all we are a top tier team with just a trash QB. Watch. Just watch, bro. Watch. Watch, you gonna be like, dang, these niggas look different. Watch, bro. Watch, you gonna be like, dang, these niggas look different, bro. These niggas look different with a good QB. Dang, these niggas look different. We sure this Giants team with 3-14 last year. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Ain't no team winning with a Ain't no team winning with Ain't no team winning with a QB that throws 8 TDs for 7 interceptions. Simple as that. And they love trying to say that we got a tough schedule this year. Like, we didn't have a tough schedule last year. If you look at our schedule last year, I say the same thing. If you look at our schedule last year, we barely lost any of our games. A win is a win, though, but I'm just saying, with Daniel Jones, we was losing to teams, Commanders, the top teams, these top teams, Commanders, and all these other niggas, Steelers. We was losing to these niggas by 1 TD. 1 TD. We only got blew out 4 games out of 17 games. Every other game we lost was by 1 TD. That's with Daniel Jones. That's with Daniel Jones. You feel me? That's why I say, like, if niggas just sit down, y'all niggas be seeing what I be talking about, bro. Daniel Jones was holding this team back, bro. Simple as that. We have an underrated wide receiver core. Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, Tyron Tracy Jr., Cam Scatterboo. Niggas don't know we had a top 10. Niggas keep talking about our O-line. We had a top 10 O-line before we got injured on the O-line. That's what niggas don't know. Niggas keep talking about our DBs trash, but we finished top 10 in passing defense. You see what I be saying with niggas? Niggas just be talking, bro. They just be talking, bro. Theo Johnson, they just be talking. DBs trash, but we finished top 10 in passing defense. Make it make sense. But our DBs trash, though. Us, we're adding Paulson Adedipo and Javon Holland. Let's keep it real. We had the top rookie safety, Tyler Newton, before he got injured. But niggas don't know these things, though. They just go out what everybody else say. They don't watch games. They don't sit down and watch the games, bro. They never sit down and watch the game, but they have so much to say about a team they don't sit down and watch. All you just do is look up, oh, they lost again, and you go on what everybody else saying. How you trying to argue with me with a team you don't even watch? Make it make sense. And then when I say top 10, niggas think I be lying. Niggas think I be lying.
And safeties, he just made it look easy. Then weeks 11 through 13 happened, where he ran through the entire.
I keep on repeating it. We've never had a QB like Russ, other than Eli Manning. We haven't had a QB of this stature in dang near 10 years. Other than that, we had the worst QBs in the league for dang near 10 years straight. Imagine that.
The Eagles, then the Cowboys, and finally the Giants.
Imagine that.
Throwing for a combined 9.
Imagine having the worst QBs in the league for dang near 10 years.
Keeps it. He's got him downfield. Robinson for the touchdown. Play action. Griffin over the middle. He's got Garcon. And Pierre Garcon has got room to go. Garcon.
We didn't have an RG3.
By the end of that rookie year, Griffin had 3,200 passes.
We didn't have a JD5.
Touchdowns with only 5 picks, along with the lowest interception percentage in the entire league. He also ran for 815 yards and 7 more scores, making the Pro Bowl and beating out Andrew Luck for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year is RG3, Robert Griffin III.
For that one season, Griffin looked like he was going to be the future of the position. The read option was working perfectly.
Niggas say I keep bringing up my QB. I mean, you acting like QBs don't matter. Name a QB. Name a team that won with a mediocre, like with a bad QB. Name a team that won with a quarterback that threw 8 TDs and 7 interceptions. Name a team that won with a QB that had the worst quarterback rating in the league last year. Name a team that actually do good with a bad QB. Name a team. Please tell me. Please tell me. Can you name a team that actually do good with a bad QB? Please. You can't.
Defenses had no clue how to stop
all
him.
these other teams got Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes. All these niggas got elite quarterbacks, and we stuck with Daniel Jones.
Washington had their franchise guy for the next 10 or so years, if he could just avoid.
Oh yeah, we got a QB this year.
And of course, he couldn't.
Nick Foles better than freaking Daniel Jones. Nick Foles better than Daniel Jones. Nick Foles that had the worst quarterback rating in the league. Stop that. Stop capping. Nick Foles didn't throw 8 TDs for 7 interceptions. He didn't. He was nowhere near like Daniel Jones, bro. He had the worst quarterback in the league, literally.
Here's where it really gets messy.
Nick wasn't bad, bro.
RG3 supporters will tell you that the Redskins totally ruined his career. They brought him back from injury too fast. They didn't get better players around him. The offensive line sucked. The defense was terrible, and RG3 had to do way too much. The thing is, the majority of Griffin's problems were kind of his own fault. He gave off the impression that he knew more than Redskins coaches did. He believed that he was way better in the pocket than he actually was, and he acted like he was the only reason for all the success. The truth is, his running ability gave him chances to use his arm really well. The read option and play action stuff gave him time to stand there and throw to his first option, who was usually wide open because defenses had to worry about him running the ball. But once you take away the read option, Griffin got exposed as a pretty average quarterback who...
That's how Mildew was. This how Mildew was, y'all, bro. You know what I mean? This how Mildew was. You know what I'm saying? You took away Mildew legs. Mildew was trash. That's what I was trying to tell Seahawks fans. I'm like, bro, you got a trash QB right there, bro.
Take away the read option, Griffin got exposed as a pretty average quarterback who couldn't make fast decisions when his first guy wasn't open. In college, being the fastest guy on the field can win you games. In the NFL, that only works for so long before defenses figure out how to stop it. The fact that Griffin tore his ACL late in his rookie season played a huge part in helping defenses scheme around him. By Griffin's second season, defensive coordinators had watched enough tape to shut down that read option for the most part. Griffin never learned how to be comfortable in the pocket or make quick reads as a regular passer. His ego stopped him from taking the coaching that he needed to make the change. But having talent isn't enough in the NFL. You need to adapt and change your style if something isn't working. That's something you'll notice all the great players have done. But you can't talk about talent without bringing up Josh Gordon. He might be the most heartbreaking case in NFL history, because when this dude was
in the UFL
on the
now
field and locked in, he was putting up numbers that made him look like he was playing a different sport than everybody else. Gordon's college career at Baylor started out pretty bland, honestly. In 2009, he had exactly 1 catch for 7 yards, which isn't screaming future NFL superstar.
How long I've been live streaming, chat? How long I've been live streaming?
2 passes for 714 yards and 7
That's him in the comments,
leading the entire Big 12 with 17 yards per catch. Even with those way better numbers, Gordon wasn't really seen as a can't-miss guy for NFL teams. But the Cleveland Browns grabbed him in the supplemental draft, and it seemed like a pretty good value.
Josh Gordon was nice.
805 yards and 5 touchdowns.
That nigga in the UFL, man. I think in the nigga UFL,
XFL. Ready
XFL.
for what happened in 2013. Talk about a guy just taking over the game.
I was gonna watch the UFL and the XFL, but I was like, man, I want to see the professionals. I ain't gonna lie, for me, I want to see professionals. I don't want to watch no knockoff league, bro. I want to see like the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Nah, I'm an NFL guy. I'm not no UFL, XFL guy, bro. You know what I mean? That's why niggas be trying to tell me to react to that. I'm like, bro, I'm not even finna fake it like I like it, because I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Gordon was basically one of the...
I'm an NFL guy, bro. I'm a college football guy, bro.
While also being bigger and stronger than any defensive back that was trying to cover him.
Like watching the best.
Right there is just completely unfair when you think about it.
Destroying, I don't give a dang about destroying. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a dang if it's destroying. I don't give a dang if it was restoring. You know what I'm saying? I ain't watching it.
Game plan for a guy who...
You finna watch the nigga what he do? Kick the ball? You finna watch the nigga kick the ball? Give a dang about that.
The 2013 season is when Gordon showed exactly how ridiculous he could be when everything was clicking. Over 4 straight games that year, he was on fire. Week 12 against the Steelers, he had 14 catches for 237 yards and a touchdown.
Look, when it comes to all time, Lamar's not better than Russ. At least Russ got a ring. Russ got a ring, right? Something Lamar don't have.
Steelers, he had 14 catches for 237 yards and a touchdown.
Russ got a ring. Something Lamar don't have.
Defense had 0 answers for him. Then the very next
Made to the Super Bowl 2 times.
He somehow managed to top that with 261 yards and 2 touchdowns.
In terms of what he's done in receptions per catch, the guy is all over the map in terms of high rankings in all the important categories. In the end zone for it's caught by Gordon. He's over 200 yards. This has never happened back-to-back in the history of pro football, and he takes it 95.
By the end of 2013, Gordon led the league with 1,646 receiving yards, averaging 117.6 yards per game. He actually missed the first 2 games of that season because of a suspension, which makes those numbers even more insane. If Gordon had actually played those first 2 games and kept up that same pace, he could have potentially broken the single-season receiving.
You said, so Rondo better than Iverson? Yes. I ain't gonna lie. Yes. I'll take Rajon Rondo over Allen Iverson. Yes, I would. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would, for sure. Like, as it comes to, like, all-around point guard, I would take, and Ray Allen and Iverson is a shooting guard. Now, I mean, but for me, I would take Rajon Rondo over Allen Iverson. I'm not gonna lie. Like, prime Rajon Rondo, bro, I for sure would. No cap. Rajon got 2 rings, bro. Not with no cap. Rajon was a heck of a point guard. I would take Rajon Rondo. I would take Rajon Rondo over Chris Paul. People just saying Iverson because it's popular to say, but if you sat down and watched Rajon Rondo, bro, you know I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, half you niggas didn't even watch AI. You weren't even old enough to watch AI. You know what I'm saying? You niggas just say stuff because it's popular to say. Nigga, you young. Nigga, you ain't even sit down and watch this nigga. I'll actually watch Rajon Rondo. Do you go back and even watch Iverson? Do you go back and even watch this nigga full games? You know what I'm saying? You a young nigga talking about Iverson. Nigga, you ain't never sit down and watch this nigga, but you just saying something because it's popular to say. Go back and watch the nigga play, bro, and then you can have an opinions about it. For me, I go back and watch the old games. I go back and watch the OGs. You don't do that. Y'all niggas just watch modern day, bro. I go back and watch Larry Birds. I go back and watch Magic Johnsons, bro. Go back and watch them niggas. Y'all niggas don't do that, bro.
But the guy
you just saying something because it's popular to say, but AI has no rings. You know what I'm saying? AI has no rings. AI only been to the finals 1 time. You know what I'm saying? AI wasn't even a good dribbler for real. AI really didn't have a bag. Y'all really want to be real? AI didn't have no bag. You know what I'm saying? Really. He's nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving dribbling. He's nowhere near. James Harden is a better dribbler than AI, bro. No cap. Jamal Crawford is a better dribbler than AI. AI really didn't have no bag for real. AI was dominant, but nigga wasn't no dribbling, nigga.
Didn't stand a chance with the way the league was about substance abuse.
Nigga said I'm overrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, AI not dribbling like Jamal Crawford. AI wasn't dribbling like freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like AI wasn't dribbling like James Harden. AI not dribbling with Kyrie Irving. I want you to go look up AI highlights, bro. AI, bro, dribbling highlights, bro, and go look at Jamal Crawford. He don't have a bag like them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But it's popular to say that, though. A lot of you niggas never watched AI a day in your life. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he straight
had no
admitted
bag,
that he was drunk or high before basically every college game that he played in. All those problems followed him right into the NFL and completely wrecked what could have been a Hall of Fame career.
All right, one other thing we heard this week was more bad news concerning Josh Gordon. Yeah. He was suspended indefinitely again by the league.
I don't know any other way to put this. And
Josh Gordon.
I'd just like to apologize to everybody on the show ahead of time because I'm pissed. I'm just going to say it. I'm disgusted.
Gordon kept getting suspended over and over again. Every single time it looked like he was maybe getting his life back together, another suspension would come. The pattern became super depressing and totally predictable, honestly. All that time away from football really messed up Gordon's physical abilities too.
Oh, these niggas just be talking in the chat. These niggas really don't be knowing ball, bro. None of these niggas really sat down and watched AI for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just say stuff that's popular. You know what I mean? Niggas don't sit down and watch Shaq. Niggas just saying stuff that is popular. Like when I say Giannis better than Tim Duncan, niggas think that I'm yapping by saying that. You know what I mean? But I honestly feel like Giannis is a better player, overall player than Tim Duncan. What? You know what I'm saying? Just because he got 5 rings. When it comes to playing wise, Giannis, in my opinion, is better than Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? Rajon Rondo, he probably wasn't averaging that many points, bro. But the game is more about points. You know what I'm saying? He was an all-around better point guard. All-around better guard than AI. Allen Iverson. He was a better rebounder, a better assist, better passer. Only thing AI could do better than freaking Rondo, bro, was dribble and score. But when it comes to being an all-around point guard, all-around guard, he wasn't better than Rajon Rondo. Simple as that. That's why Rondo got 2 rings and AI doesn't.
That elite speed that he used to.
Even when it came to 2020, Rajon Rondo was a factor with the Lakers team. You know what I'm saying?
With, and he got bigger during his years away from.
And Rondo got
slowed
defense.
him down even more. Hamstring problems became a constant thing whenever he did manage to get back on the field as well. By the time Gordon was able to finally get regular playing time again, he was a totally different player physically. That explosiveness that made him special.
Niggas be thinking they really know ball, but they really don't.
Backs could actually
niggas that know ball, niggas know I ain't
Gordon
saying nothing
size,
crazy.
Speed, and the hands to be one of the greatest
receivers
who ever played the game. That 2013 season was just a tiny taste of what he could have done if he'd been able to stay on the field consistently. Instead, we're just left wondering what might have happened if Gordon had gotten the help that he needed way earlier in his career. When people talk about the biggest waste of talent in NFL history,
niggas be so young. Niggas don't even know about AI. Niggas so young. Nigga never watch AI freaking a day in their life.
But if we're really talking about players who never hit their ceiling, let's take a look at the craziest case of all.
Andrew Luck, man.
Because this wasn't just some guy who got messed up by off-field drama or character issues. This was a once-in-a-lifetime talent who had everything going for him.
I thought you were gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Broke him down. Coming out of Stanford, Luck was about
I used to watch him at Stanford. He was fine.
Quarterback prospect as you could possibly find.
Oh, they finna be like Peyton Manning or something. You know what I mean?
Physical stuff was obvious. 6 feet 4 inches tall, 240 pounds, with crazy athleticism, and the type of arm that could make any throw that you wanted anywhere.
And look, hold on. I know there's a football video on YouTube, and Kyrie is better than Curry. I've been saying that Kyrie is better than Curry, but just because Curry been having a more stacked team than Kyrie, people gonna say that Curry is better than Kyrie just because he got more rings. You know what I mean? But when it comes to player-wise, bro, when it comes to point guard, Kyrie is better than Curry. Only thing that Curry can do better than Kyrie is shoot the ball. That's it. You know what I mean? Bro had KD for 2 rings. Bro had a better team than Kyrie all his career. You know what I mean? He always had a stacked team. But just because Curry got more rings than Kyrie, he better than Kyrie.
On the field. But the mental side is where he really separated himself from the other guys. He was super mature coming out of college with 0 drama or controversies at all.
Andrew Luck,
Everybody
man.
who worked with him talked about his work ethic and how smart he really was, both with football and just general intelligence off the field.
They got this guy named Andrew Luck playing quarterback that is legitimately the #1 pick in the NFL draft.
We all know did more with less than anybody in college football last year.
Luck came from a pro-style offense at Stanford where he actually had to
He was so hard at Stanford, bro. No cap.
Which translated perfectly to what the NFL teams needed.
What's a Dino combination?
We call Dino something different than I think what you call it. We call Dino as a corner post off a deep play action.
Yeah, we call it.
Yeah, I mean a deep cross or a...
You know what a razor is?
Razor, we got shallow cross. We didn't let him sit down on razor to clear it out with big post.
There's a lot of familiarity here, man.
His college numbers backed up all the hype.
Bro, Andrew Luck was that nigga. I can't count. I used to watch this nigga personally.
And just 4 interceptions. By 2010, those numbers jumped all the way up to 3,338 yards and 32 touchdowns with only 8 interceptions, getting him 2nd place in Heisman voting. His junior year in 2011 was even better, 3,517 yards and 37 touchdowns to just 10 interceptions, finishing 2nd in Heisman voting yet again while winning the Maxwell Award and Walter Camp Player of the Year Award. The Indianapolis Colts knew exactly what they were getting when they picked Luck 1st overall in 2012. This was their big replacement for Peyton Manning, and the expectations couldn't have been any higher. As a rookie, Luck delivered right away. He threw for 4,374 yards.
Luck was that guy, bro. I was so surprised, bro, when you retired. I'm like, dang, Luck, bro, you retired?
For 255 yards and 5 more scores.
Like, nigga was
Those are incredible numbers for a first-year guy, and it looked like the Colts had just smoothly moved on from one franchise quarterback to another.
That number 12 is something serious, man. Stop playing with that man.
And he had some really great moments after that. In 2013, he got his first real chance to outdo his predecessor when Peyton Manning and the undefeated Broncos.
Peyton Manning, this is a quarterback that needs to be talked about a lot, bro. Peyton Manning, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Peyton, bro, needs to be talked about, bro. Peyton Manning's another quarterback that we don't mention a lot. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning was a freaking, bro.
Night Football. Luck threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for another in a big 39-33 win, giving Denver their first loss of the year.
He started talking about Peyton Manning, bro. Peyton Manning, top 5 quarterback of all time to me.
Even in 2015, which was the worst year of his career, Luck had another amazing performance against the Broncos. Denver had a top 5 defense that year, maybe the best.
Hey, bro, Jalen Hurts not better than no Peyton Manning. I'm going to keep it G with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever say that again in your life.
In the league when you look at how they carried the team through the playoffs.
Chill out, all right?
Luck had one of the best games against them in a 27-24 win.
Ain't better than Peyton Manning.
3rd and 7. Blitz, open man, it's Hilton.
Your opinion, though, but a lot of y'all be having some stupid opinions.
Blitz, open, Bradshaw, end zone, Indianapolis.
Be crazy.
The crazy thing is that he played the end of that game with a lacerated kidney, which caused him to miss the final 7 games of that season. In Week 17,
yeah, Drew Brees too.
He pulled up an insane 17-point comeback against the Jaguars. Jacksonville was up 17-0 early, but Luck fought his way back before getting the ball with 1:33 left. He led a 75-yard touchdown drive.
I think Drew Brees would have got another ring, bro, if it weren't for them cheating refs, bro. Ain't call that pass interference. I think Brees would have got another ring. It's a freaking dot, bro.
Play the drive, they've covered 74 yards. 2nd and goal. End zone cut.
That's the thing about Luck. He could just grab his team and drag them to victory. He played hero ball sometimes when he probably shouldn't have, and his reckless style definitely contributed to his injury problems, but you just couldn't question his heart. He missed the 2017 season due to a shoulder injury, and then of course, after the 2018 season, he retired out of nowhere after only 86 regular season starts.
Hello. This certainly isn't how I envisioned this or planned this, but I am going to retire. This is not an easy decision. Honestly, it's the hardest decision of my life, but it is the right decision for me.
So we never really got to see him in his prime, and when you look at elite quarterbacks through history,
gotta do his best for him though.
Come later in their careers.
Crazy.
Peyton Manning's 49 touchdown season in 2004 was his 7th year in the league. Tom Brady's 50 touchdown season in 2007 was his 8th. Drew Brees had 3 of his.
Y'all hear these numbers and we're stuck with Daniel. I get pissed off when I hear these numbers. Y'all hear these numbers? 50 touchdowns, 47 touchdowns to my quarterback Daniel Jones, 8. Do y'all see the significant difference, bro? And one thing that these all had in common, bro, is that they had a ring. They made their teams better. It just is what it is. I have to keep saying it. Do y'all see what I be saying? Do y'all see the stats that I be saying? This nigga had 50 TDs, 47 TDs, and this nigga had 8 TDs and 7 interceptions. And y'all telling me that QB wasn't the problem? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Brady's 50 touchdown season in 2007
you hear the numbers?
was his 8th. Drew Brees had 3 of his best statistical years in 2008, 2011, and 2012.
Yeah, Brees right behind. That's what I'm saying. See, for me to mention Lamar Jackson, we're gonna bring that nigga up again. You know what I'm saying? For me to mention Lamar Jackson with these guys, these some legends, man. I'm talking about legends. These my quarterbacks I grew up. These my quarterbacks. See, Lamar ain't my quarterback. I ain't grow up watching Lamar. I grew up watching this nigga. I grew up watching Uno. Hold on. I grew up watching. Hold on.
Not my life.
Not him.
But it is the right decision.
I was watching him though.
So we never really got to see him in his prime. And when you look at elite quarterbacks through history,
I grew up watching
the best years usually come later in their careers. Peyton Manning's 49 touchdowns season in 2004 was his 7th year in the league. Tom Brady's 50 touchdown season in 2007 was his 8th. Drew Brees had 3 of his best statistical years.
That's who I grew up watching. I grew up watching these niggas. These my quarterbacks, the Ben Roethlisbergers, the Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady's, the Peyton Manning's, Eli Manning's. Yeah, nigga, that's my quarterbacks. The Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't grow up watching no Lamar Jackson, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So for me to put you in this conversation with my GOATs, the legends.
Years in 2008, 2011, and 2012.
Y'all pick and choose with Lamar. How we pick and choose with Lamar? In my opinion, you're not better than Ben Roethlisberger. Of all time. When it comes to all time, you're not even top 10 all time Lamar Jackson. You're not better than Big Ben all time. You're not better than Drew Brees all time. You're not better than Russell Wilson all time. You're not better than them cats. You're not better than Matthew Stafford. Keeping it real with you, you're not better than Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It's real. Don't look. Matthew Stafford underrated as heck. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, I honestly put Matthew Stafford over Lamar Jackson. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'll put Matthew Stafford on Lamar Jackson. We already know that the Rams could have beat them Smeagol's. I'll put Matthew Stafford over Lamar Jackson. I'm talking about now. So honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Lamar Jackson is a top 6 QB. You know what I'm saying? A top 6. Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. This is my top 5. Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford, Lamar Jackson. That's how I feel. That's honestly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, honestly. And niggas, Matt Stafford, bro, honestly, is better than Lamar Jackson. No cap.
He's had 3 of his best statistical years.
And that's the thing. I just know ball, so a lot of people just go off what's popular. But if you start looking at the stats, bro, you just start looking at how Matthew Stafford play, bro, you won't think what I'm saying crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when I be saying stuff that's really factual, people go off more popularized than facts. What's popular to say other than what's facts? You know what I'm saying? Like when I said Rajon Rondo better than Allen Iverson. I feel like better than Allen Iverson as a teammate and just a better all-around guard. It's popular to say AR better, but when it comes to stats and when it comes to legendary and when it comes to rings and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? All things point to Rajon Rondo. You feel me? Just stuff like that. That I'll be saying. Like when I say Larry Bird better than Kevin Durant, y'all gonna look at me like I'm stupid. Larry Bird better than Kevin Durant. What? You just say Larry Bird better than Kevin Durant? I did just say the 3-time MVP and the 3-time NBA champion better than Kevin Durant. I did say that. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna look at me like I'm stupid. But when the facts there, though, the facts there, it's not popular to say that Larry Bird better than Kevin Durant. It's popular to say Kevin Durant better than Larry Bird. I promise you. 95% of the Cavs are gonna say Kevin Durant better than Larry Bird. But Kevin Durant is a 3-time, Larry Bird is a 3-time NBA champion and a 3-time MVP. Back-to-back MVP, back-to-back MVP. But niggas gonna look at me like I'm stupid, though. See, look, this gotta be a joke game. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, y'all? This gotta be a joke. These be the casuals that think they really know ball for real. But Larry Bird really one of the best players of all time. Larry Bird really a top 8 player of all time, though. But they looking at you like they think they know ball, but in reality, they don't know ball. They don't go back and watch Larry. They only watch now. That's why I be saying, look, you can't talk ball with me if you only watch now. If you only settle for now, nigga, look, nigga, my nigga. Ball is not just now. You gotta respect the greats. You gotta respect the legends. You gotta go back and watch the game, full games on YouTube. Nigga, Larry was a hooper. You know what I'm saying? Larry was a hooper, straight up. But niggas only watch now. So how can you debate with me? Look. How can you debate with me when it comes to ball? You know what I'm saying? When I watch back then and now. Your ball is limited to mine. Your ball knowledge is limited. Nigga, I'm a student of the game. Your ball knowledge is limited to mine. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You said, how can you throw 41 TDs? Here you go. Here you go with Lamar Jackson. There you go. There you go. Mentioning regular season stats. Let's talk about that 2019 season. How you had a terrific regular season and threw 31 for 59, bro, when it came to postseason. You know what I mean? And then through 365 passing yards, had 1 TD and 2 interceptions. Let's talk about that, though. Let's bring up the postseason stats then. There you go, bring up regular season again. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There you go. Let's talk about that postseason stats, though. Let's talk about what it really matters. Let's talk about how Lamar, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's talk about that.
2008, 2011, and 2012.
Oh, you're not talking about playoffs, because that nigga definitely sucks in the playoffs. Like I said, I'm not comparing him to the legend. You hear me? Simple as that. He's not compared to, he's not on Drew Brees level. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Pat Mahomes. He's none of these guys, all right? Stop mentioning Lamar in that conversation, okay?
Had 3 of his best statistical years in 2008, 2011, and 2012, which were his 8th, 11th, and 12th NFL seasons, winning Offensive Player of the Year twice during that period. The decision to retire was probably the right call for Luck.
They said Larry Bird not messing with Kevin Durant. Y'all folks be funny, but y'all casuals really funny. You respect the team hopper. Larry Bird didn't have to go to the Golden State Warriors. Larry Bird won 3 at the Celtics, and he was a franchise player. He had to, you know, bandwagon. He had to go to another team to win.
Football, and his body was completely wrecked playing for a franchise that had no clue how to properly support him. GM Ryan Grigson never bothered.
Hey, but look,
offensive.
Kutal, whatever your name is, Kutal. Look, Kutal. You know what I'm saying, Kutal. But you have the pieces. We're just now getting the pieces. You have a franchise quarterback, like you saying, you're losing to the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Raven fans, you are pathetic. You have not won ever since 2014, gang. You haven't won. You haven't done nothing either. The only difference between the Giants and the Ravens, you just have a better record. You just finished out the season with a better record, but you don't do a dang thing either.
Line protection that Luck desperately needed. The Colts basically wasted Luck's career. The consensus around the league was that it was only a matter of time.
Nah, Bird better than KD in my opinion. I don't give a damn what you say.
Quarterback,
I watched the nigga play.
Even higher
He better
than
than KD to me.
He would probably
better
be
all around player.
Hall of Famer if he'd stayed healthy and had better support around him. Still, his retirement in 2019 was one of the most shocking moments in recent NFL history. Here was a guy who still had years left in his prime, walking away because the game had just beaten him down so badly.
Andrew
Luck. He was never a league MVP or first-team All-Pro. He never threw for 5,000 yards, and he topped out at 40 touchdown passes in 2014. But those stats don't really capture what we lost when he walked away from the game. The term gets thrown around a lot these days, but he was really a generational talent who could have completely redefined what the quarterback position looked like.
Why are you still talking about Lamar? We're talking about Andrew Luck, bro. Why are you Lamar Jackson fans still talking about Lamar? I don't care about that overrated nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, y'all must be real hostile. It must really, the truth must really hurt. Talking about Andrew Luck, and you're still talking about Lamar, bro. The only reason I bring up Lamar, bro, because y'all say that he's one of the greatest QBs, which he's not. You know what I mean? So I got to bring that nigga up in every conversation because I just feel like he's just overrated compared to the QBs that I mentioned.
So, just imagine the battles we could have been watching with him and Mahomes. It just goes to show you whether it's injuries, personal demons, or just struggling to adapt when the league figures you out.
You say I wish I had him. No, I'm good now. I ain't gonna lie. We got Russell Wilson. I'm straight now. You know what I'm saying? I got a quarterback that got a ring. So yeah, I'm straight now. I just wanted to. When it comes to my team, I just wanted at least a decent QB. He ain't got to be the best QB. I just want a decent QB and just to show niggas what we capable of. I just want a decent one. That's all I wanted. Give a dang about Lamar. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a nigga with a ring that proven he can make it to the ring, that proven he can make it to the freaking Super Bowl 2 times. I'd rather have that nigga than a fraud.
Is to fall short. For every player who lives up to the hype, there are loads of others who have had all the tools but just couldn't put it together when it mattered the most. But I want to know down in the comment section below, as always, which of these players do you think had the most potential that was wasted? Or if there was another player on this list you really thought had generational talent, let me know down below.
Man, I appreciate, man. Andrew Luck, man. Andrew Luck, man. That was real crazy. But that's one thing I say about these little Lamar Jackson stainers. You know what I'm saying? They very pathetic. You know what I'm saying? They're finna be another 3-14 season for y'all. Cool. And you finna get beat down again. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. You feel me? Nobody hates on Lamar, bro. Like, I'm not finna keep repeating the same thing when it comes to y'all Lamar niggas. Hey, I ain't about Ravens. Look, I thought that other teams were delusional. This the most delusional team. Like this the most delusional fan base I've ever. They get mad at you for speaking facts. They mad at me for speaking facts. Like you say, who is beating the Ravens, nigga? The Bills. You remember last year? Ravens, when you said the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Lamar is not the reason we haven't won yet. So last year he wasn't the reason. So Lamar wasn't the reason against that Titans, bro. When y'all 2019, when you had a crazy, he wasn't the reason last year y'all lost to the Bills. So you telling me Lamar Jackson wasn't the reason y'all lost to the Bills? Oh my God! And you not an op. That's the thing. And I see y'all niggas talking about some ops. You're not ops. I don't beef with y'all niggas. You say don't watch the full. I watched the entire game. What are you talking about? I watched the full game. That nigga suck.